Boom, 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 boom. And we're back. KDOLRG. What's going on, Nathan? Just chilling, man. We're going to check out the Wiha Extra Duty Industrial Screwdrivers. What's up, USO 503? The Earthquake. Alright. Get a beer. Get your favorite beverage. I had a fudge cake. Frozen fudge cake. From Dunkin' Donuts, extra large. Oh, man. My toes are tapping. The caffeine must be really jolting. Because, man, that's crazy. Alright, so we're going to take a look at these Wiha Extra Duty. Man, hit. Again, Bud Light, the only beer. Actually, yeah. Oh, you don't want to know what I drink. You guys will make fun of me. Banana nut muffin and a Pepsi on a break. Not bad. I love muffins. I'm also a muffin man. Gotta love. Well, since you guys, I want to give a shout out to Hillco Sparky. Again, he sent these to me today. A couple of them too, which is awesome. My man from Instagram, check him out. I appreciate it, man. I didn't even know he was sending them out, but cool to add to the wall. So, all right, so let's take a look at the Wiha Extra Heavy Duty Screwdrivers. You know, they make 3 different types of screwdrivers, Wiha. You know, you got your regular, you know, your more basic screwdriver here. Then you have your insulated right here, which I recommend. And then you got, let me just grab one of these. And then you got your heavy duty right next to it. So kind of similar to their basic screwdriver, but this one is totally different than both of these, I can tell you that. Well, it's still, you know, a lot of characteristics are the same. I know I'd get it. You know, it has that nice soft grip. They all have that, you know, solid molded core. You know, someone did a video where they stuck one of these screwdrivers through a table, and then they couldn't get it out, and then they had like a hammer and they yanked it out and they ripped the grip off. You know, one of these Wihas, that's going to be pretty hard to do. You know, because it is put together on a solid molded core. And like I said, it has that soft outer cushion. You know, what I don't want to really talk about these two because I just wanted to show you a little comparison. But, you know, these screwdrivers have, you know, they're made to withstand a lot of punishment, all right? You know, the extra heavy duty, as we said. I just want to go over, like I said, solid molded core. It's got the CVM steel that it's made out of. In that vid, what level of stupid can you break anything? Yeah, man, I don't know what was going on there. The tips are precision tips on them. Let me just show that to you right there. Yeah, Jason Jordan. You know, these, I want to get back to that. You know, these steel capped screwdrivers, all right? You know, obviously, you know, they have a steel tip. You can use a hammer on them. You know, what these screwdrivers are basically for, you know, they're for, you know, for me. Now, I just want to, real quick, it has the hex bolster on it, which also adds some extra, you know, duty strength to the screwdriver. But, you know, when you have a steel cap on it, it doesn't mean that you have to pound the shit out of it and, you know, treat it like a nail. You you know, it has a steel cap, you know, for you want to open up a can of paint, or you want to, you know, then you take the steel tip and, you know, you do that kind of stuff with it. If you got to get, you know, trying to, and most of these, you know, chisel type screwdrivers, you know, you're going to use the flathead mostly. You're not really going to be pounding on a Phillips head. I mean, there might be some cases. Look how nice that tip is. That is a precision tip. Focus. It's on. Has the movie started yet? Oh, can you guys hear me? Look at that. I might not have sound coming through. I wouldn't be surprised. We got sound? Sound. Oh, I guess Nathan can hear me. Yeah, it's a nice extra feature to these screwdrivers. Again, you know, the main thing about them is not that it has a steel cap at the end of it, so you can, you know, pound the crap out of it. Which you can do. You got to be smart, you know, but it's also the hex bolster that, you know, like for me, I'm going to use this flathead here. This big flathead. I got a nice... And this thing is so goddamn heavy, guys. It is just unbelievable. But, you know, for me, for like scraping underneath my mower decks, you know, whether it be the 30-inch, my 30-inch Toro, or my 22-inch Toro, or my 2.0 turns, you know, I'm always using a screwdriver to get that grass from underneath there. You know, that's what these, you know, you're hitting the deck, and, you know, to have that extra protection that these extra heavy duty screwdrivers give you, you know, that's really what this screwdriver is kind of made for. Not just because that, you know, obviously, you know, I got a cheap DeWalt here, and obviously you can, you know, see the difference. Now this is obviously a different sized flathead, but just from the craftsmanship. Hey, you need me to call ICE because Juan is breaking. Oh, yeah, man. Did you hear what happened over there? I don't know if you were on before. And he never tells me anything. Everything he busts, I just come upon it without even, you know, I'm ready to have a job and I'm about to do it and it's not working anymore. You know, all of a sudden I look at my hedge trimmer and this battery is attached to it and it's like... I'm like, dude, what the... Oh, I didn't do that. But anyway. So, like I said, obviously has a nice steel cap on it. You can hit it with a hammer. And if you gotta, you know, sometimes you gotta wedge something in there to get it out. You know, definitely this is a strong enough screwdriver that it can take a hammer hitting it, you know. This eventually this will crack, snap, will pop Rice Krispies. So, you know, the main thing is you can tell, I mean, this would come right off. You see this handle here? Any type of, you know, force with like a hammer, using it as a nail to try to rip it out, kind of like he did with the wearers, that gentleman, this will come right off. This, I'm telling you, molded on, you know, it is just, it's a solid molded core. And you know, this CVM steel, you know, a lot of people, I don't know, Wiha, you know, it's really close. I actually was talking to Wiha today. They're gonna send out some stuff, so that's why I kind of had them on my mind here. But you know, this is probably one of the, I mean, no doubt, one of the most heavy duty screwdrivers that I've ever seen. And it like it has that awesome grip to it. If you know these Wiha screwdrivers, I absolutely love it. And you got a nice little spot like for your thumb. But like I said, you know, when you open paint cans, or if you're doing a lot of, you know, even like seal coating, you know, some of those are hard to close. You know, I use anything I get my hands on. You know, you open it and you want to make sure it's shut. You know, that's what these screwdrivers are great to have in your bag. You never have to worry about anything. You know, if you're going to, you know, throw them in your bag, you're going to throw them on the ground. You know, they're going to get hit by a, you know, you run over them and you're not really sure. I mean, they're just a real solid, you know, tough, high grade screwdriver. You know, the thing with screwdrivers is there's really nothing I can do to really showcase it. I mean, if you want me to screw in a screw. But I absolutely, yeah, this thing is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, this is item number 53090. KC Tools has these in stock. They have a 5-piece or a 7-piece. This is the 5-piece. Again, I mean, these are pretty much going to be the last set of screwdrivers you probably ever need to buy. And I mean, I'm not just saying that. And you know what, Wiha, they have a extra heavy duty set also, but I haven't seen them. But I'd be shocked if they're as good as these Wihas. Yeah, look at that. But you know, you got the steel strike cap. We went over the hex bolster. You got the heavy duty hex blade. You know, they're just strong screwdrivers. Again, you know, there's nothing on here that says it's a chisel type screwdriver, but obviously, you know, it can be used as that also. Screw a 4-inch flathead on the bench. Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a hammer and putting this Phillips through. And see if I can yank this handle off. Yeah, that ain't coming off, man. Yeah, so great screwdrivers. Again, you can see the difference here. Let me what other flathead do we got here? I guess we can compare it. All right, so this is the DeWalt. You can tell the thickness of the steel on this DeWalt compared to the Wiha. It's like night and day. Obviously, you got the hex bolster here, but you know the tip also. Let's try to get this in here. Let me try to flatten out that DeWalt. I can't even do it. And you can see on the DeWalt, you know, these flat ridges here to kind of keep it from rolling. I mean, not really a good job there, Mr. DeWalt. Again, there is a price difference, and you know, these are far from heavy duty. Does it feel mainly like that Wiha? Not this DeWalt. Yeah, this is a nice set, man. This is a real nice set of screwdrivers. Again, if you're thinking, you know, you got to be smart, kind of. If you're looking to get a nice set of screwdrivers, I mean, I would get the Wihas over the Wihas. I have seen their extra duty. I haven't really, you know, farted around with it, but I like Wiha's handle better. I don't know. This is definitely, the Wiha handle is definitely something, you know, you kind of have to get used to a degree. I mean, it's definitely a soft, and some people love this grip the way it is. I just like kind of like the old-fashioned, you know, handle better. But, you know, Wiha is definitely a great brand, and they make some great screwdrivers. But I just prefer the Wihas, screwdriver-wise. But here, let me see if we can get the tips. Just look at that Phillips, man. I mean, that is just unbelievable. You know, and like I said, this is, you know, Wiha's CVM steel compared to probably some Chinese type steel. Again, these are fully made in Germany. If you can see that right there, made in Germany. So top quality screw. I mean, again, how heavy? It's probably 3 times as heavy as this DeWalt. Again, it's not a heavy duty DeWalt screwdriver, but I'm just trying to. And then you can see, you know, the difference between a solid molded core, you know, and that soft outer cushion compared to this DeWalt right here. It's just night and day. I mean, look at that thickness. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And if you notice, you know, the shaft, you know, your normal is going to have a more, a round steel. Are the laser tips laser cut? Absolutely, Jason. Laser tipped. Precision. Laser tipped. Look at that. Look at that. Like I said, you're going to have a more rounded tip on this. Shaft here. Hey, I just arrived. What do you think about the Milwaukee screwdrivers? They're not bad. Luca Guarino. That's the guy. Luca Guarino won. Guys, that's Luca Guarino. Luca Guarino won. He was a real nice guy. He's the one that he won the contest. Remember the second night? We couldn't find him. I had people hitting you up on your Instagram. And Brendan Henry ended up winning. But he got to me, obviously, not 72 hours later, but what's 72 plus 24? 96 hours later. But yeah, and I'll show you the insulated. Obviously, you're going to have a round shaft here, right here. And with the extra heavy duty, you're going to get that, that hex. I don't know. I guess that's an octagon. Let's count how many sides we got here. But, totally different. And like I said, these regular Wihas are really nice screwdrivers. Now, I didn't get these from Wiha. The guys from Get to Work, before they went belly up, they sent me a couple, kits that we reviewed. And they threw these in. And I love this screwdriver. That's why I just put that right in there. I gotta get Wiha to send me some kind of. This is the one thing I like with the wearer. They send you a nice little wall mount for them. Get to Work is gone. Yeah, man. They went belly up pretty quick. They had issues with. I wouldn't say they went belly up. They had a lot of complaints because people bought, some of these boxes and they were being charged the next month. And I'm like, I thought it was pretty damn clear, dude, that it was a monthly service. So for some reason, people started complaining that they were getting billed every month. So I don't know, they got fined or something crazy like that. I have no idea. But anyway, Luca, thanks for watching. He's from Brazil too. Yeah, these are all laser cut though, Jason. Look at that. That is some precision there. Ooh. Yeah, Nightbird. Yeah, those boxes were a pretty good deal, man. I'm waiting for somebody to get back into that platform and kind of do it the right way, because I think he was doing pretty good with that. But, alright, so anyway. Let me just, yeah, so these are great screwdrivers. Again, I would, if you're looking at getting a nice set of screwdrivers, and you plan on really just buying them, let's Get to Work. It was a company that did a monthly service. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely think about getting these extra heavy duty ones. A little bit heavier, but they have the same feel as their, regular or their basic entry-level screwdriver, your normal screwdriver. Yeah, very nice quality. I have the electrical set off Amazon. Yeah, these are awesome, man. I'm almost like, I use these a lot because I just grab a screwdriver, and I always just, my buddy came over the other day to fix a flat, and he's like, you got a screwdriver? And he went, I'm like, no, don't touch them. Don't. I got some DeWalt's here you can use. I don't want no one touching these freaking things. Have you seen the insulated ones with the quick chain shafts? Yeah, I did. I mean, I love their Ultra Driver. These screwdrivers are awesome, guys. And like I said, if you want a set of screwdrivers and you really just want to buy one set and you want to have them a long time, I'd go with the extra heavy duty over, you might pay an extra $20 than their, regular screwdriver. I don't know. But I think it's worth it because there's no way you're going to bust these. I mean, eventually, if you use these a lot, you're going to eventually, the tips are going to eventually, I mean, I'm talking over a long time now. But, if you use these screwdrivers and you plan on, you use them for a lot of different things other than screwing in screws, You know, like I said, for scraping stuff, for, you know, chiseling stuff, you know, getting maybe paint off something, you know, using a lot of paint, and then, you know, you gotta hammer your thing closed, or your paint and all that. You know, that's what this steel, you know, tip is for here. This steel, yeah, keep them more than a year, and they pay. That's exactly it. Nathan, what count did you get? How much is it in the regular? Oh, Noah, to be honest with you, I'll have the link after this video, but it might be $15 more, man, and you might get one less screwdriver, so you really got to think about it. But again, these, in the long run, like I said, this is like a 20. Now that Milwaukee set, you know, I think they're like $29.99. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone knows the price. I think you get 4 or 5 screwdrivers. I saw them at the depot. I don't know if they were $29.99, something like that. These are like $19.99, and I mean, they are so light, and I mean, but you get what you pay for. These aren't really made for heavy duty type stuff. I mean, they'll work and they'll last. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, you can easily bend this. Like, if you're really chiseling something. I mean, there's been times, you know, I had the old Stanley screwdrivers that, you know, we're scraping underneath the decks. And this guy was like, he thought he was getting like a hard piece of shit under there. And he was pushing, and he ended up bending this rod. You know, bending this, Tectons are good for light to medium work. Yeah, they are. Oh, is that a 4-piece set? No, Nathan, this is a 5-piece set. You get 3 flatheads and 2 Phillips. Here are the sizes. This is your biggest one right here. 1.2 times 6.5. And then you go down to well, this is your Phillips. Number 2. Hey, what's up, Elliot? I want to say, check Amazon too. I'll have both links. I'm thinking they're like probably, for the 5-piece set, I don't know, $69.99, I believe. Actually, this is your big Phillips right here. I mean, your big flathead. The biggest one is a 1.2 times 8.0. So this is a major. I mean, look at this tip, man. Focus. I mean, look at that. And again, that is beautiful right there. Laser, precision tipped. You see it? You got that CVM steel running up and down. Geez, rather get some Klein? Nah. I'm not a big fan of Klein screwdrivers, to be honest with you. You got the hard chrome finish. See that hard chrome finish on here? See, I went to the tip, and then all of a sudden I started to look at that. Look at that hard chrome finish on this screwdriver. Oh, yeah. Look at that hex bolster. Look at that strike cap. Again, I'm just going over it. And this is a beautiful. You got the soft outer cushion here. And like I said, I like the way these Wiha. Look at that. You know, because most of the time I'm not really using screwdrivers. If I'm using a flathead screwdriver, I'm using it basically as a chisel or like a scraper most of the time. There ain't really too many screws, at least I run into. Now, obviously, if you're in a different type of trade, you know, you might use these flatheads, you know, for actually screwing. But, you know, I just want to get the strike cap. And this is steel, by the way. Technics 568. I think he said Germany. Oh, yeah, these are from Germany. Where is he? Where are they made? They're from Germany. Bam. No Chinese stuff here. You know, and I get a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of people. I wouldn't say me, because I think it doesn't really matter. But some people go nuts over the Wihas, because their screwdrivers are made in, someone will comment here. But they're actually not made. I'll see you later there, Devin Schmagen Logs. Look at that. I think they're made in like, I can't think of where the hell they're made. They're made pretty much right next to Germany. Czech Republic, something like that. Jamie, what's up? Can we test the striking stability? Yeah, you can. Elliot, Austria, maybe. No, they're not Austria. They're from like the Czech Republic. Most of Wiha's stuff is made in Germany, but I believe their screwdrivers are made in like the Czech Republic. So some people, I mean, but these are strictly made in Germany. Hey, what's up, Jamie? Yeah, Jamie, Germany. Yeah, these are made in Germany. I'll show it again to you. I'll show it again. Yeah. So, again, if you just got here, great screwdrivers. I'll go over kind of like all of them. Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping in. This is your Phillips #1. Some sets come with like a Phillips #3. I haven't used a Phillips #3 for a long... I'm talking even with my drills and stuff. So I'm glad that they put in a Phillips #1. I think they're probably... I think they're used more than the Phillips #3, to be perfectly honest. But I just love how you got that thick chrome finish. You know, that hex pattern with the bolster, and then it kind of narrows down into, you know, the Phillips tip there. Laser, precision laser tip here. But that's pretty cool. You know, you see that? Yeah, these are nice screwdrivers. I like them. I like them a lot. Yeah, right? I believe it's Germany 94 GTQ. Klein's quality isn't what it used to be. Yeah, that's, you know, the thing with Klein, and I don't know if it's like the social media thing, but, I mean, Klein is just going ape shit. It seems like they're just coming out with a lot of different stuff now. They kind of, you know, they had their little niche, and I don't know. I've just seen so much on social media with the Kleins, and I'm kind of like looking at them, and I don't know. You're probably right about that. Put it through my bench. Yeah, I'm gonna get my hammer. I can assure you that you're not going to rip this handle off. Southwire. See that? As you remember, Steve Smith, I'm sure you watched the video, and I don't know if that was like kind of like a clickbait video. He's like, yeah, keep watching to see what happens at the end. If you hammer a screwdriver through a bench and try to rip it out with the end of a hammer and yank it out after it's probably in 3 to 5 inches, that's what you can expect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure this would come out if you just keep... Yeah, I mean, if it's in there... I mean, that thing was in there. I don't know what that was about, but he hammered the non-striking one also. Oh, he did, Elliot? Yeah, just because it has a strike cap on it does not mean that you can get... Now, you can. Don't get me wrong. You can. But you're not going to pound, or you at least should not really pound. And you got to have common sense too, guys. If you're going to really pound a screwdriver like that, you're going to get your cheap DeWalt, or you're going to get your cheap Craftsman and pound it. Now, I'm not doing that. My bench, I made this myself. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into this bench. I'm not putting anything through it, but they're just a great set of heavy. You know, I wish I could do something. I'm not going to go to the crazy... that's what I call... You know, I can have Juan. Juan will somehow find a way to mess these up. He wouldn't. He's a good guy. He's a hard worker. You know what it is? He gets lazy. Or I shouldn't say lazy. He gets complacent. He gets complacent, and he always wants to rush. I'm like, relax, calm down. You're getting paid. The longer it takes you, the more money you're going to make. Why you rush all the time? Relax. So, nice set. Again, I'll put up so you can kind of see this. This is the non-strike cap version. And here's your electrician's special, your insulated screwdriver. So you kind of got all three represented here if you kind of just phase this out. Again, nice quality screwdrivers. That's all I can say. I mean, you know, the strike cap can take a heavy beating, no doubt. I mean, it's steel. And I'm telling you, to be honest with you, you can use their regular, and I'm sure you can pound the crap out of this before you really do some damage to it. You know, because I really think that Wiha, you know, with the solid molded core, I think that really separates the strength of even, you know, this regular screwdriver or their, you know, insulated. But I'll just go over, like I said, you got the PVM steel. You got the nice hard chromed finish on these extra heavy duty. Laser tipped. Precision laser. Boom. See that? I love that look at that hard chrome finish. So, I mean, like I said, and they got some weight to them. But the main thing about this screwdriver, I'm going to say it for the last time, and this is pretty much the end of the video. You know, the main thing that makes this so strong, obviously, is this hex bolster and this really thick PVM steel. So, I mean, you can have a plastic end on this. You know, obviously, it's so much better. And, you know, I'm sure after years of research, a steel strike cap, 99.9%, 100% is going to last longer. It's going to give you that extra, you know, longevity if you do pound this in with a hammer. But again, these hammers, these screwdrivers can definitely take strikes from, you know, hammers, whatever. I mean, sometimes I use drills. I use the back end of my drill, and I pound on my screwdriver to kind of pry something loose. So, you know, obviously a hammer would work better, but you got to use what you got. And I don't always have a hammer on me. But, you know, when we're using those, when we're seal coating and we got some seal coat left, you know, we're closing up the big barrel. Let me see if I got one over there. Yeah. I'm charging my phone, so. I got a little Optimum over here, you know, to close that. Well, let me get the screwdriver. I can show you my, I want to get the big boy. Has anyone tried Stanley tools? Good video, so thanks. I appreciate that, man. Does Wiha have a special tip? Yeah, they have a laser tip. A lot of the premium brands have I think the Milwaukee has a laser tip that they came out with. But, you know, you got these... well, this is like my salt jug now. But, you know, you're done. You're going to put you're closing it up. Because this is what we use to open these goddamn things. We use screwdrivers, man. And, you know, to have that steel strike cap is awesome. But you got to be realistic, man. You shouldn't be pounding the crap out of them. It's really not what it's made for. But, you know, and I'm not busting that guy's chops. I think that was really cool of him to do that. You know, not that it's cool. But, you know, he bought those from what I think I saw in the video. Yeah, Technic 68. It's, you know, it's common sense with tools. People take it too, oh, I think this is better because it has the specs, and, you know, this has 75 more inch-pounds of torque, and it's better, and, you know, stuff like that. It's just, you know, a lot of it's common sense. You know, you get a big, you know, one of those plumber hammers, and you're freaking whacking. And, you know, to put it into a type of wood like that, I just, I don't know. I don't know why. I give him credit because he bought them, and they're an expensive set of screwdrivers. And to, you know, destroy it like that, you know, I think that, you know, it's pretty cool on that level. But he's not these aren't made for that. And I don't want someone to get the wrong impression of these, steel strike cap, chisel type screwdrivers. Like I said, for whatever you're using with some type of, jug like this, this is a 5-gallon bucket, something like that, and you're pounding to make it sealed. That's what these strike caps are for. And of course, you're going to whack the shit out of it to try to pry something loose. We know that. And that's what it's for. I mean, you're not going to get a hammer and hit it as hard as you can. Now, there might come a time when you have to do that. But you're not using it as a screw. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what, Yep, they're not chisels, right, Technic 68? They're not chisels. Now, sometimes we kind of use them, scrape paint off or whatever. I get seal coat on shit, and I use a screwdriver to get, to scrape it off or whatever you're doing, paint, But they're not used as a chisel now to put this on and, bang the crap out of it. Now, like I said, you could do that. So, that's why they have this steel strike cap on it, but that was something where it was being literally banged into a piece of wood. And, and I like those Wihas. Like I said, I've definitely seen them. I haven't really played with them or used them in a hardcore type. And I really haven't with these either. I am going to be using these now. And you know what's great about these? With those insulated set. Oh, check out these... I told you with the Makita, I want to show you a couple. I'm going to make some coasters. Now these are rough cut. These are like my rustic. I think we're pretty much done with this screwdriver video here. If you have any questions though, you can. But real quick, yeah, with these, you don't worry about busting them or, you're going to push it too hard. You can really just beat the crap out of it, and it's gonna last. And it's just like this real, common sense, guys. That's what it comes down to. I think they're worth the money, hands down. Again, some of these sets I've seen, even some of the someone was talking about Stanley tools. I saw one of their sets, I think it was like at Lowe's, and it was like $34.99. For an extra, I mean, you can get, I think these are like $29.99. These Wihas. And I think Wiha's entry, I think it's only like a 5-piece set. I mean, what are they, $39.99? To pay an extra, I don't know. It's whatever you like. But I think these are one of the toughest. I mean, again, as soon as you pick it up, it's just really well made. And I think Wiha's awesome. I think they make great stuff. Again, German quality. Woo! German quality. And they're just comfortable. I just like the way they fit in my hands. Love it. But anyway. So yeah, I got a couple different types. I got the original. This is kind of like a walnut type. Now, like I said, these are very rustic, not sanded. They're not even close to being even. But they're pretty flat. Technic 68, yeah. I say that all the time because it was expensive and has all key features you can think of. Doesn't mean you can't beat the hell out of them. They're not completely exactly, Nathan. When was the last time you actually seen a flathead screw? Well, it's been a while, Elliot. Right? Flathead drive today have just become pry bars. You're pretty much right. If you're using, if you're even buying these heavy-duty screwdrivers, I'm going to be honest with you, you're probably not using them with any types of Phillips screws. Again, when you use the Phillips, it's nice to have, the strong stability of these, like I said, the solid molded core. To have, I think personally, having extra heavy duty Phillips head screwdrivers is something, I don't know. I mean, they make them. I think Wiha makes them. I think Klein makes them, but I don't think they're necessary, to be honest with you. The people who need extra heavy duty screwdrivers, Most, I would think. Now, again, if you're using these, you're gonna use flatheads. You know, these are the ones that get beat to shit because they're used as scrapers. They're used as chisels. You know, they're used so many different ways. Like I said, I use them to scrape underneath my deck, the grass, and all that. I'm never going to use a Phillips head for that. Now, I have, because that's all that was around. And you could, but, you know, I find it very extremely rare that you're going to be using a hammer or really pounding the end of this steel strike cap using a Phillips screw or, you know. But, you know, it's good that they have them. And I'm glad there's only two, you know. And I hope in the 7-piece set, I would hope they would have like 4 flatheads and 3 Phillips. Actually, they really should have 5 flatheads and just have a number 1 and a number 2 Phillips. I don't even see a number 3 that much anymore, to be honest with you. Aren't you going to a video with an M12 impact wrench? Yep, I'm going to be doing that. Let's go, New York City. Hey, what's up, FC Junior? Preach, know it. Yeah, man. I swear, flathead screws were invented by angry old guys who didn't like people. Yeah, they're pretty much obsolete, man. I mean, you do see them, don't get me wrong. You know, a lot of flathead screws you see in, like, you know, when you buy, like, you know, if your kid has a soccer net or, you know, like one of these shelves that you buy, they always seem to have, like, the flathead screws in it. You know, stuff like that. But in the real world, you don't really see too many flathead screws anymore. I mean, you do, but like I said, it's getting to be rare. But anyway, so that's one color. This is just like that's this shit. This shit is from like 1983. I got this in 1983. Yeah. Natural. Stain. Mini wax. Good point, Elliot. Pry bars, they seem to be. Yep. That's exactly what they are. The pry bars with the capability of taking a screw out. You know what I'm saying? Yep, good old stain. Again, they're not, you know, chisels and pry bars. I mean, but you know what? That's a great point. You know, pry bars, these flatheads are really any screw, you know, a lot of screwdrivers are used as pry bars. Very good, Elliot. I kind of forgot to mention that. And that's why these extra heavy duty, you know, that's kind of what they're for. You know, I just think that video, a lot of attention was made for the steel strike cap. To be honest with you, this is more of just, I don't know, satire. Right? Satire. Is that a good word? I'm expanding my vocabulary. Oh, I gotta plug my thing in. You know, it kind of makes it look tough, and man, you can get a hammer and you can bang on it, but you know, what these extra heavy duty, and now they also make, Wiha makes a heavy duty. And I want to make that clear too. You know, I kind of talked about there's 3 different types, but there's different types within those types. So this is the extra heavy duty. They also make a heavy duty. Okay? It's just not as thick. They still have a bolster, a hex bolster. Still have the laser tip, precision laser tip. And they also obviously have that soft outer cushion and solid molded core when they're made. But you know, it's just not as thick. And they do have a strike cap. But getting back to that, you know, I got to turn my thing on. You know, this steel strike cap is more for satire. You know, because most of the time, like I said, these are used as scrapers, pry bars, and, you know, for getting stuff out of it. You know, you can, you know, you want to, you know, chip paint off of or seal coat or whatever off something. You use this kind of as a chisel, use it as a pry bar, and you know, I just don't want, you know, they see a steel cap on here, and that's what makes it extra heavy duty. What makes it extra heavy duty is the thickness in this hex bolster, and even if you get the wearers, guys, or even if you get the Kleins, or you get the Milwaukee's. Opening paint tins, exactly. It's like I said, or closing them. You know, that's to have this steel on here and to really day after day after day, this is gonna last over this, which is really light. I mean, you're not even gonna close it, and that's what's great about these. The extra weight. You know, this is steel, and obviously, like I said, it's a solid molded core, and it's just real thick plastic in here, real thick. And obviously, this is a lot heavier than that. But I mean, one hit, man, and this stuff will close right up. And you know, to pry it, you know, eventually, you know, a lot of people who are going to use this as a chisel or to kind of pry paint cans open, you know, you're going to affect that tip. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're going to start, you know, wearing this out. Now, and this tip will last a whole lot longer than something like this. So, the word of the day, satire. Ain't that a good... I don't know what made me think of that. The T25 star head is the best screw. Yep, you know you've seen a lot of torque screws. Good old stain. Not satire. Elliot, you're a real pain in the ass today, aren't you? The word of the day is satire. I hate screwdriver that flexes. Satire. Yeah, so anyway, I got a couple different colors here. So anyone who wants a rustic coaster for their... I wish I had a nice cold beverage right now. I can show you how awesome these things work. Yeah, this one's nice. I got a nice... I got a couple different things I'm going to be working on. These are just like... You know, I'm just using these for color. Modelo's, that is not a bad beer. That's getting popular, man. When I go to the beach, it's always Modelo's now. I remember, you know, used to be, you know what was last? It's funny. Every year it's something else. Last year it was Bud Light Lime. Was like every time I'm at the beach, we're drinking. Someone brings the Bud. Azima's back, and I have an original Jason Jordan from 1993, unopened. Azima 1 liter, and I'm so glad they're back. I love collecting those, man. I got Past Blue Ribbon from 1989, unopened. I love that old Milwaukee's Best, Old Milwaukee, Schaefer, Golden Anniversary. Yeah, but no, Modelo's is like the beer this year. And then it was Corona like 4 years ago. Then it was that Blue Moon shit with the orange in it. And then it was like that Jamaican beer was big. What's the Jamaican beer? I mean, I'm laying it down. Red Stripe. Was Red Stripe? Yep, Blue Moon was like 2013. Blue Moon was, man, everybody had the Blue Moon. 2014. No, I think 2014 might have been the Blue Moon. 2015, Red Stripe. 2016, Bud Light Lime. 2017 is Modelo's, no doubt. Modelo's was creeping in at the end of 2016, man. Get some Colt 45, girl. Jack shots. Yeah, man. I agree with 94 GT Coupe, man. You know, some people, man, and I'm at that point, man. I don't want to be going to the bathroom every 2 minutes and taking a piss. You know, if I plan on, you know, I want to get a little tipsy, couple shots. I'm talking 2 or 3 shots within like 15 minutes. Nothing crazy. Yep, Dos XX. You wait like 45 minutes. Then you start drinking beer. Liquor before beer in the clear. Beer before liquor. You're never sicker. Words to live by, my man. What's up, Dylan Schmitz? So, what do you think of these colors so far? Not bad? They're a little big, too. I'm going to find a smaller one. But I might throw these in at some of these giveaways. You might get a free Tool Boss coaster. But, alright, so that's about it, guys. I'll put the link under if anyone's interested. That all sounds horrible to me. I love the slightly darker color. What's up, everyone? You gotta make an iron stamp. I know. Hey, now you're thinking. I said that. I think I said that in yesterday's video. I would love to put that stamp in with that Tool Boss logo. Yeah, we're gonna sell these, man. We're gonna sell these coasters, man. I gotta come up with some different colors. This tree must have had a disease. There's like this brown in every freaking one, man. Like this brown shit. But look at that. I bet you someone can count how old this tree is, right? Don't you count the rings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I counted 19 rings, man. I got shirts. Actually, I don't have shirts. I sold out of my shirts pretty quick. But I can always order more. And you know what's funny? And I'm totally not kidding. I sold out of those shirts in a week. And no one has ordered one since that initial week. And I had the perfect amount for people who... It was incredible. I only ordered like 4 shirts. Actually, I ordered 8 of the white ones. And I ordered like 4 of like those funky colors. And exactly it was the most amazing thing. I figured I'd share that with you. But the boys in the hood are always hard. They come talking their trash. Liquor all night makes everything alright. You should, Brent. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. We beer cozies would be nice. We got to get the whole branding department. I still need someone to run that website I got. Man, that website, I'll tell you, I just can't find the time to really get that going the right way. But I'm just going to put this together for you. Maybe I'm going to use this as the picture. So, yeah. All right. Elliot, yeah, man. If you want to run that freaking thing, man, that'd be awesome. It needs, the thing with those websites, and, mine is like really like, some reason it gets like, I don't know, 200 hits a day, and sometimes on a weekend it does like 500, which is surprising because there's really not much on it. But, the people who have successful websites, they really either have someone helping them or they have someone doing it completely for them, or they really just focus. I actually hung out with, I don't know if you guys know the Tool Guide. It's a website. You guys know the Tool Guide? It's a tool information website. I know, I run one called Product Thoughts. Yeah, you know what it's about. I mean, you really got to invest a lot of time in it, Elliot, and, with everything that's going on. He did a site review for use. Tool Guide? Yeah, great website, right, Nathan? I hung out with him. He was on the same plane as me as the Milwaukee synopsis. And our flights got delayed. And I ended up hanging out with him like for the last hour and a half. And we were just yapping. And he was showing me about his site. And all the... he actually had a kid. And he had to take like... I don't know if it was like... He took like 3 or 6 months off. I can't really remember. But when he got back to it, it was just, oh man. And he has like 2 guys working for him. Tool Guide. But man, let me tell you, he does very well. So you can, do very well on the whole just internet, and if you guys know Tool Craze also, you remember Tool Craze? He was actually one of the first, and actually probably still is my favorite guy on YouTube. I really liked his videos, Tool Craze. But you don't see him do much videos anymore. He's very concentrated on his website. So for some reason he likes going that route, and it probably maybe financially is better than YouTube videos, because 12 cents a video or 15 cents or whatever. Please, what's the price on them? These, like I said, I'm going to put the link under, Joe. I don't want to give you the wrong. I'll have the link. I'm going to end this right now anyway. It's 55 minutes. I'll have the link up if you could wait 5 minutes. I want to say they're like $69. They have a 5-piece and they have a 7-piece. This is the extra heavy duty. They also have a heavy duty. Yeah, it's a great site, 94G. I actually go on it now. I actually heard about it, but I didn't know it was him. Yeah, I'll have it up, Joe. I can't say I recommend any screwdriver more than these. Now, if you're an electrician, obviously you want to go with these insulated. Don't get me wrong. But for your normal, everyday type of screwdriver, thanks, Technique68. I appreciate that, brother. Good guy. I appreciate all you guys sticking on here and watching. But I think for an everyday use screwdriver, that, I'm not saying you need to spend $70 on a screwdriver set, but for someone who's in a trade, someone who's going to use these for other than screws, pry bar, chiseling, scraping, I would go with these extra heavy duty. Plain and simple. You are loyal. And Jason, you're one of the most loyal. And you know what, Jason? I'm going to send you one of these. Give me your address. You deserve one of these coasters, man. I'm an electrician, but would be handy to abuse. Yeah, that's the thing, Joe. Excellent point. I kind of talked about it before you got on here. You don't worry about, like I said, I wasn't a DeWalt, but I used a Craftsman that was, guys, look at this. Obviously this is a little bit thinner, but, not only the tip, okay, but look at the difference. Obviously, we talked about the solid molded core here, the way these are made, and the hex bolster. But look how thick this, CVM steel is. Hard chromed finish on it compared to like this Chinese steel. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, guys. And, like I said, I've bent them in the past. And I'm sure everyone out there has had one of these screwdrivers that they were using either as a pry bar or they used to, scrape something out and, they hit something and they were pushing and either the handle came off or the metal bent. You had a bent screwdriver. So, Honda 97. Yep, 69. I think so. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to put Amazon up also. I'm going to put Amazon. I'm going to put KC Tool. Whoever's ever cheaper. And if you're interested, jump on them, man. I'll put them both up. But, like I said, they're great screwdrivers. I know we spent an hour on this. And I know probably no one is going to see this review. Because they're going to see it's an hour and see it's something. But I think we kind of covered a lot about these screwdrivers. That's why I like doing these videos live. Because you guys put in your stuff. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for the view, boss. Like a great set. Yeah, I love, having you guys put your 2 cents in, man, with these screwdrivers. And, somebody mentioned, yeah, I like the Kleins. I use them. There's just so much more we get out of these reviews with being able to talk to those 25 guys who are always on here, who are loyal. Because you don't just get one perspective. Because I pretty much read every comment. Unless someone's calling me a douchebag or liver lips, I'm going to read it. And I really haven't had any bad comments. I have a very nice following. It's a small channel, but I like having your perspective when I do some of these reviews. When it comes to doing these impact drivers, I'm going to do them without it. But with something like this, where there's so much variance, the handle is badass. Gives a lot of, yeah, man. These handles... You know what it is, too, with these Wiha handles? I don't know, man. They don't look too masculine to me. And I'm not saying they're any less than the Wihas. Because I do like Wiha, guys. So don't get me wrong. But, I don't know. This looks like a tough screwdriver. Obviously, it's nothing special. It's nothing fancy. Obviously, you got the steel strike cap on it. But, it's just a strong screwdriver. It'll be the last set that you're probably ever going to need. They got some weight to them, but not overbearing. I mean, these are so light. I mean, you can't even kill somebody with this. I mean, if you like OJ was stat. I mean, this you hit like a femur bone with this. This thing will bend. If you're trying to kill somebody with one of these, you'll kill him. You'll kill him. You can kill somebody with this, man. And that's a bonus too. You know, if you ever want to kill somebody, these extra heavy duties are the way to do it. Right here, man. Wiha.